Hello and welcome to Soul in Balance, and in this video I'll be going over anti-aging and infrared. Now, I've been using infrared for 4 years now. I started in January 2019 and I've learned a lot, is all I can say. Now, I got this glow from my mum. So she was using it for back pain, neck pain, muscle pain, stuff like that. And then she ended up getting herself a bigger one. And so she gave this one to me. Now, this is a Philips, made in Germany, 240 volt and 150 watts. I found them on eBay. They cost about $30. And the globe I get from a pet store. It's just a reptile light that I use. It costs about $14, something like that. So they're quite cheap. Now, what I'm seeing, like when I first started back in 2019, there was literally only a few articles on the internet. There was no videos about infrared for anti-aging. Since then, there are some videos, but they're more just like product reviews. They're not really talking about the benefits, what we're seeing over time. So I just thought I'd quickly put this video out so there is some information out there so you can decide if infrared is for you and so you don't waste your money. Now, what we're seeing is people with the handheld infrared or the mask or the big panels, and they're costing anywhere from $200 to thousands of dollars. Now, this costs $30, and I can tell you that just this one big light is way more efficient than what I've seen with all those tiny little globes, with all the near red and the far red and the blue lights and all these extra little bells and whistles that they've added. So you spend that money, and you really don't need to spend that money. If we have a look at the scientific results, the trials that are being used, they're really just using infrared. Even the space knowledge, like I think it was even tested with NASA and things like that as well. They're just using the red light. They're just using infrared light. They're not using all these extra little things. And we need to keep in mind is, a lot of these companies, like, beauty industry companies, anti-aging and that, like, they need to continue to make money, so selling you products that aren't as efficient, is going to keep you buying products. To sell you just one item for $30 and you don't need to come back, they don't make money. So, all these little extra things that they're adding, I don't think that it's working the way that they say they are, when you can just, get something that's so much more easier and efficient. Like, what's that saying? If your grandparents don't recognize it, then don't use it or don't eat it. And I totally believe that, 100% believe that, because the results that I've seen compared to my friends that have the mask or have the little handheld ones are nowhere near as as good or efficient, without sounding like a wanker, as what I've had. And I'll go over the results and like what kind of routine. Now, what I've noticed is I don't age like everybody else. So it kind of keeps the aging at bay, if that makes sense. It doesn't completely get rid of wrinkles, but it does make them less visible, not as deep. And it really does stop you from, getting wrinkles that you should be getting, if that makes sense. So every morning when I use it, my face is very like plump, rejuvenated, fresh. I feel very youthful. And because of the light, like, this kind of wakes you up, makes you feel positive and ready for the day as well. So it's really beautiful. So I use this for 5 minutes every day. I do suggest if you want to start using infrared, you either use it for 5 minutes every day or 20 minutes every 3 days, so you don't want to have too much exposure, and you don't want to have the light too close as well, because I remember when I first started, like I think it was the first few months, I did get a little bit of like a burn on my face, like not like a burn, but like less than a sunburn, if that makes sense. And that's just from having it too close to my face. And I yeah, that was only once that I did that. But you always want to use oils on your face. Now I use castor oil. I use olive oil. I also use, I make frankincense oil, and I also make rosehip oil and cedar oil. So I use quite a few oils. I only ever use natural products. I never use anything from a pharmacy, a drugstore, supermarket, department store, none of those. They all have chemicals in there. And what the infrared does is, like, it opens up your pores, it brings blood to the surface, it starts healing the skin and the muscle and, you know, all the collagen and things like that that are, you know, like, that are kind of disintegrating as time goes on. So the thing is, when we put chemicals on our body, our skin absorbs it, especially when it's got heat to it, because it opens everything up. Then that's just a chemical dump in your liver, which then is going to create more aging. So if anything you're going to put on your face, you want to keep it natural. And my newest thing I've been using lately is ghee. So, you know, Ayurvedic medicine, anything that's like traditional Chinese health, beauty, medicine is so good for you. Now I use ghee under my eyes or on my lips and sometimes on my face, depending on what I'm doing with the infrared. But you need to figure out what's best for you, because some oils might be too much for some people. But yeah, that's pretty much my routine. But yeah, infrared is just so good for so many things. And I use it for a multitude of things. Like anything that hurts, I use my infrared light. Like literally for period pain. I even had spots where I was like missing some hair and I used my infrared light. I've used it for back pain. I've used it for literally everything, for circulation. Like I'll read to you like what it's good for. So it's good for your skin. Like rejuvenating, healing your skin. It's also good for pimples because it kills the bacteria on your skin. And it's also good for muscle pain, breathing. So if you've got asthma or allergies or even like a lung infection, something like that, it's also good for heart conditions, heart pain. Yeah, just general healing and rejuvenation, period pain, hair growth, yeah, bacteria, inflammation and infections, and circulation, so blood circulation. So it's really great for like your hands or your feet, getting circulation going, because sometimes we lose the ability for our capillaries and our veins, like they kind of just get blocked off over the time, especially if we're using our phones, because the radiation from our phones is starting to kill those vessels in your hand. So the infrared light is really, really great for that. But I just want to say also, sorry if this is like all over the place, but I also, you know, it's really important that you know that diet plays a huge role here. So we could be doing all these things. We could be, you know, using infrared light, and we could be spending so much time in our beauty routine, but if we're eating sugar all day long, you know, if we're eating crappy food all day long, we're just wasting our time, you know, because sugar is the biggest killer of collagen. Sugar makes you look old, like it creates more wrinkles. Have you seen the pictures of the sugar face? Is when you've got wrinkles all across here and everything's like really dark under your eyes and everything's sagging. That's a sugar face. So the best thing we can do is to get off sugar. Do you really need the sugar in your coffee? Do you really need the sugar in your tea or on your cereal? Or do you need to have that chocolate bar every day at 3:30? You know, like there are other alternatives. Now, I'm not someone who's going to say to never have sugar. Like I have sugar, like I will have cakes and salad, but I can't, sometimes it's very hard to walk past a strawberry donut or a vanilla slice. And, you know, I do give into that because I do believe, you know, we need to enjoy life, but we should not be having sugar every day. No way. No way. And if you're really serious about your anti-aging and it means something to you, then definitely we want to be cutting out sugar. And, you know, bread creates a lot of sugar in our body. Now, it's a lot harder for people to give up bread. But we can cut out things like just sugar, bread, pasta, things like that, like really just cut carbs, and it makes such a difference. Like if you were to go 20 days, 30 days, 2 months, whatever, with no sugar, you will see so much results like from not having sugar. And there's many videos on YouTube about that, like so many. But what I can say is, from my journey from the last 4 years is to not give up. Like, stay consistent and make it simple. Like I said, like $30 for a light, and cutting out sugar and staying consistent every day. And I think the main thing is knowing that you're beautiful and you're young and you're timeless. If you wake up every day and you say to yourself, I'm so old, I look so old, I look so haggard, I look so droopy, you know, like, thoughts become things, you know, like whatever we believe is what we're going to see. So if we're telling ourselves, you look timeless, you look beautiful, you look so young for your age, other people are going to say that to us too. So it all starts here. It all starts in your own heart and your own mind. So, you know, it's really important that we, you know, really check in with how we're talking to ourselves, what we're eating, and staying consistent and keeping it cheap and simple. You know, cheap natural oils, cheap products. We don't need all these things that are in, like, you know, pharmaceutical companies or beauty industry and all these types of things. We don't need those things. And the thing is, you're not going to get results like if you've had Botox or fillers or any kind of lifting or anything like that, or surgery. You're not going to get those fast results. But what you are going to get is, it's like you're not going to, I don't know how to say this in the right way. You're not going to get premature aging. You're not going to look the same age as everybody your age, if that makes sense. You're going to look younger. Like, it's going to stop new wrinkles from appearing. It's going to start healing the wrinkles that are there, if that makes sense. So it's just something that you just got to stay on top of, like any kind of routine, like brushing your teeth and stuff like that. Now, what I also use in the morning with the infrared light is this massage gun. So I just put it to the full setting, so this, and I just do this on my face for also 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day, because we want to be loosening up those muscles. And I also use cupping too. So it's completely up to you what you want to do, but you will see results if you stay consistent. You're not going to see, you're not going to age. You're going to age, but it's going to be drastically slowed. So I'm 38. Most people think that I'm 28, and I don't look anything like people my age, nothing. And it's like using the infrared light has stopped any new wrinkles from appearing. It's the best way I can explain it. And literally every day when I use it in the morning, I just feel really plump and refreshed and rejuvenated. And, you know, if that's enough reason for you to start infrared, I suggest you do. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you to get some fancy product and leave a link so then I make money. You know, like, I'm not making this video for that. I'm literally making this video to share the truth, and that you don't need to spend all this money, and you can look really great. You can stop time and look timeless. It's not going to happen overnight, but it will happen. But yes, I hope this is helpful. I know this video is probably all over the place, so I'm really sorry. I just wanted to get out all this information, like 4 years of information, and trying to keep it simple, but it is just really effective. Spend $30 or whatever it is, go on even eBay, get yourself a red light, one of the bigger ones, and use that and see the results for yourself. But stick to it. And yeah, if you're already doing it, if you're already using infrared for a year and you're just wanting to get that reassurance again that, you know, you're on the right path, this is my way of saying you're on the right path. After doing it for 4 years now, I am so glad that I decided to use infrared light. Like, I love that I look so much younger than everyone else my age. And you know what? That's Christmas every day. So I hope this was helpful, guys, and good luck with your infrared journey. The beautiful thing about infrared light, you can use it to heal anything. So yeah, good luck with everything, and I'll see you soon.